Morning, my friends. Today, let's go to Beni Suef. Let's start the way up the Nile.
Very good.
Very good, yeah. Shukran. Shukran. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Let's go. Yalla to Beni Suef, guys. And as I exit, the beauty of Egypt appears. Look at that. Some pyramids just in front. So today I should have a bit more than 100 kilometers, maybe 110, 115. I'm still a little bit sick also from Sharm el-Sheikh. My stomach takes a long time to recover. Let's continue. We already started the great adventure across Africa. Hello. Hello. Okay guys, let's stop in the shade 2 minutes. So basically it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I did a whopping 10 kilometers. Of course I got stopped by the police. They stopped me for 2 hours. Well, they were nice in the end. Oh. So I don't know if you can see, but I have a police car following me now. If it's all day like that, I might not be able to film much. So I have to get back to the checkpoint, and I told them, well, then I sleep at the checkpoint and you give me food, and they said okay. So I'm gonna experience the police hospitality in Egypt. And the pyramids are back here, and I am back at the accommodation where I left this morning. So basically I was escorted back to the hotel after 5 hours at the checkpoint. A lot of hierarchy policemen came. They told me you have to contact an agency and they will organize the trip for you. So today is Wednesday, so what I'm gonna do is Friday is day off, so I'm gonna wait for Friday to leave again. I'm gonna try to work a bit here and I'm gonna wait for Friday to leave again, and I hope that this time I will manage to leave this area towards the south without being caught by the police on the way, basically. Yeah, there is nothing much to do. I mean, the guys were nice, but they just basically, from what I understood, is like basically they have the order that not to let tourists go around alone. Basically, the police must check where the tourists are all the time, and basically they do that. I don't know if it's an order or if maybe they just do it because if anything happened to a tourist, whoever is responsible for the security of the safety of the tourists in the region will be held responsible for what happened to the tourists. That's the reason why. But well, it's a huge, I mean, if everyone was doing that, basically you have no freedom anymore. So okay, and I am in my room. A quick update. One guy of the government came back to the hotel, wanted to talk to me. And basically what happens is that I am not allowed to ride this bicycle, my bicycle, because simply they have never seen that before. So because they have never seen this type of bicycle, then it's not allowed in the country because it does not exist in the country. So it makes a lot of sense, obviously. And what's the other thing? Oh yeah, and they do that also. They don't want to create problems. They don't want to have a bad image, to give a bad image to people. Well, you're gonna see this video later, but recently it was a shark attacks in Hurghada, so it was bad, also bad publicity for the country, and they don't want anything else to happen now. But anyway, the problem is that I'm not gonna say anything good regarding the country with people blocking me from traveling anyway. So I don't really get the point that they don't want bad publicity, but then I am not gonna make bad publicity, obviously, because they don't let me travel. It's just insane. So basically, yeah, it's just they've never seen this kind of bicycle. So because they've never seen it and people have never seen it, then it's considered dangerous and it's not allowed in the country. So I made trikes not allowed in Egypt. And in 2 days I'm gonna head by taxi to Beni Suef. And then we'll see what happens in Beni Suef. And here I am in my jail in Beni Suef. It's about 100 kilometers south of Cairo. That's all I can see from the city. Look at the street. I guess that's all we're gonna see from the city of Beni Suef. So basically I was planning on finishing the video here walking around the street of Beni Suef to tell you what happened with this story. But I can't even walk because basically the police put me in jail in my hotel room. I will show you my hotel room at least, quite a nice hotel, but I don't recommend you to try to come to Beni Suef because the police might jail you for trying to see a normal city in Egypt. So that's my hotel room, quite $350, I paid maybe $17. To finish the story, so what happened since the last time I talked to you? So I slept, the first night I slept in Abu Sir, in the hotel, my previous hotel. On the first night, after they pushed me back to the hotel, they brought me back to the hotel, a guy of the government came in the evening and actually slept in the hotel to make sure that I was staying in the hotel and that I was not escaping. And then like the police was basically calling every half an hour, maybe the hotel manager to make sure what I'm doing, to make sure I'm safe, because that's the excuse, make sure I'm safe. That's the excuse to jail me. And then I said, because I said I wanted to go to Beni Suef, I was hoping maybe from Beni Suef I could ride again. So I booked a taxi, which was expensive, and I got the taxi. And what was very funny is when I left with the taxi at 10 o'clock in the morning. So then, very soon, so the police was calling the taxi all the time also. We went to see the police to pick up an escort. So basically, and then we changed escort a few times on the way from Abu Sir to Beni Suef. And what was insane is like, so then I had an escort to escort me and my bike inside a car. So it's just complete nonsense because they were telling me they're doing that because for my safety, for the fact that riding my bike, because they don't know my bike, so because they've never seen this kind of bike, it's 100% sure that this bike is very dangerous and riding in Egypt would be very dangerous. Because people would get overexcited and they would assault me or something like that. That's the excuse, and also because on the road it's dangerous. But then, even inside the car, I had to be escorted, which doesn't make any sense. I think they just wanted to harass me and to make that I give up on the idea of riding my bike across Egypt. I think that's the only goal, which in the end eventually works because I mean, what can I do? They jail me, I cannot do anything, so of course I'm gonna give up on it. But the thing is, I'm gonna make a very bad publicity also for Egypt because it's real complete shame, honestly, what happened to me. Because so then I arrived with an escort here in Beni Suef, straight at the hotel, and once at the hotel, basically what the police of Beni Suef said is that I cannot go outside. I cannot even walk outside. Well, look at the city. I mean, it's just a normal Egyptian city. But basically, from what I understood when they stopped me on the road, is like one of the guys at some point translated something from Arabic on Google Translate, and I saw it, and it was like he was saying like basically the government orders that the police does not let tourists roam around freely in the country. So the only places where you are allowed to roam around freely is in the tourist places, which means like Dahab, Sharm el-Sheikh, Cairo, of course, because tourists go to Cairo, Luxor, Aswan, like the big tourist spots. But once you are in a city where there is no reason for tourists to go, basically there is no freedom for foreigners in those cities. It's the rule from the government. And when the guy translated that, another guy of the police told him, no, you're not, like, he was like he was telling him, just erase that, you're not supposed to tell him that, he's not supposed to know that. But basically that's the rule, obviously that's the law. Once you are outside of the tourist path as a tourist, well, you just can't be outside of the tourist path. If they catch you, they will do everything to bring you back in the tourist path and just visit temples and be a nice tourist, spend money, and just don't be in contact with Egyptians. Which is a real shame. So anyway, sorry, I'm not going to be positive because I think it's a real shame not to be able to walk the streets of a normal city for no reason at all. Yeah, so basically I'm not allowed and to go outside, so it's pointless also to try to escape with my bike because the hotel they have to call the police anytime I go out. So usually we call them before I go out, so then they come and they pick me up and I can go in the car. I can't even walk. I can go in the car and go outside. But if I escape, basically as soon as I pass the door, they're gonna call the police and the police is gonna come very soon if they know I escaped without authorization. So I'm stuck. I'm trapped basically. And what was very funny yesterday is that, at least in Abu Sir, the police was nice, was not asking for, well, it was nice. Yeah, no, they were nice, they were friendly, they were joking. Well, they were putting me in jail still, but in a friendly way, let's say. But here, it's even like, they put me in jail, and even in the worst jail I've ever been in my life, because that's basically, you see this balcony, that's all the freedom I have. I can walk these, that's the distance. I like to walk at least 1 hour per day. But that's the freaking balcony I have for my day-to-day. So I'm very pissed off. I can't be smiling when talking about that because freedom is the most important thing for me in my life, and to be deprived, to have my freedom taken away for what? Because I wanted to ride an unusual bicycle across Egypt. I think that's a huge shame. Because it's like, what the hell? Because like normal bicycles, they are allowed actually to go across. Sometimes they pick up escort, but they let them go. Maybe they changed this rule against all bicycles recent, or maybe not. I don't know, but I know that normal bicycles do cycle across Egypt without problem. So it's just because my bike is different. It's just completely insane. So yesterday, when I stayed in the hotel, arrived at the end of the morning, and then I thought, okay, then I can't go outside without the police. So I asked the hotel to call the police so I can go for lunch. So the police came, could not walk outside, they put me in the car, they told me, oh, what do you want to eat and all that. Okay, nice. And then we go to the restaurant, and then the police told me, okay, so now we are all gonna eat and you're gonna pay for all of us. It was 3 policemen. So of course it's not expensive. In the end I paid 200, which is 10 euros for the 4 of us. It's not expensive, but it's like what the hell, those guys, they put me in jail and then they ask me to pay for their meal as well. It's like completely fucked up, sorry, but it's completely, sorry for my language, but it's completely fucked up. Basically, I don't know what happened, but the Egyptian police somehow completely freaked out with my bike. Basically, I think they call like high hierarchy, and it's like, it's almost like my bike, me riding my bike, it's like a kind of national threat. I am a national threat for the country, because like a few days ago it was some shark attacks in Hurghada, 2 tourists died, so it was already a bad publicity for Egypt. So now they are 100% sure that if I ride my bike, I'm gonna have an accident, I'm gonna be assaulted, so I'm gonna be the next bad news for Egypt. So they have to prevent it by putting me in jail, basically. Which is, I don't know, just insane. It's good that at least they don't know I make videos, because otherwise I don't know what they would have done to me. But anyway, yeah, so I had to pay for the meal, for their meal as well. And then on the way back it was very weird, because then they told me, oh, okay, they thought, let's show him a little bit of Beni Suef. So they drove me to the Corniche of Beni Suef, so the road along the Nile River. and we just saw it from the car. And then the policeman was telling me, "Do you have a present for me?" Now he was asking for a present, and what was the present he was asking for? Was like dollars or euros. So it's like, okay, this guy jail you. You have to pay for their meal, and then you have to, and then they ask for a present, and then they ask for money basically. So I did not give them money. Of course, I told them I don't have dollars, I don't have euros. But well, I'm just well. I knew things were complicated in Egypt. I knew, especially regarding filming, things are complicated. It's funny because so far I've been careful about filming, and I had a little problem, but not so much problem with filming. But it's my bike. It's like, what the hell? I mean, I don't know. These guys are. So that's the story basically. Sorry if I'm confused, if I just say one thing and then say another thing. It's a bit hard to not get angry when talking about that, especially as I am still now technically in jail because I can't go out of this hotel. Oh, today I did go out. Actually, I did go out to buy a train ticket and to Luxor, but then they told me no, if you to go to Luxor you have to buy the train ticket to Aswan to pay more. Okay, so it doesn't make sense either also, but then I'm thinking maybe I'm just gonna go straight to Aswan, leave the bike there, and just forget about the bike in this country, which is. But for a traveler like me, who likes to just see normal life, I don't really care about temples, I just want to see normal life, and life seems to be absolutely fascinating in Egypt. These cities seems to be really, really mind-blowing. I would love to go around Beni Suef and show you how it is. It's beautiful. It's just the real people. It's very, really, really nice. But I mean, how raw it is. It's so nice. I love these places where it's very raw. You have the real people. Yeah, I mean, for a traveler like me, this is from very far the worst experience I had in my life while traveling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the bike in Aswan, I think, and then go around the country without the bike. Hopefully I will not run into too much problems with the camera. And yeah, I will show you as much as I can, as long as I am here. And then when I will be out of Egypt, I'm pretty sure that I will be out and never come back here because, yeah, once I'm out of Egypt, I will be probably out forever from this country because it's like, what the hell? I mean, I still just can't believe it. It's like I'm in jail. I am right now in jail because I wanted to ride a bicycle. It's just beyond my understanding, honestly. It's way beyond my understanding. I mean, in Iraq you can ride a bicycle. What the hell? And even it's not even that, but yeah, it's like they catch you. You know, you have this. It's just pure harassment, basically. It's once they catch you, they grab you. It's like as long as you don't do what they want, they will not free you. So it's like that's why I have to go out to Luxor or Aswan, because as long as I don't go to a tourist hub, I'm just gonna be in jail wherever I go now. It's gonna be from police escort to like police monitoring constantly through the reception of the hotels where I stay. So I guess that's the end of the bicycle adventure in Egypt. Yeah, see you probably on the train. Maybe see you on the train to Aswan, and then see you all around the country to see what we can see in this country, what we can show you in this country.